I'm Ramya, your science teacher. So today again I'm here with the part 2 of our topic teeth and microbes. In our last class we have discussed about the different kinds of teeth, importance of the teeth and also the structure of the tooth. Yes, we are having 4 different kinds of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Yes, and also structure of tooth we are having 3 parts in that: crown, neck and root. First one is enamel, dentine, pulp. Yes, in layers of the tooth. Yes. This all we have discussed in our last class. Today we are going to discuss how to take care of our teeth. How we should take care of the teeth. How we should take care of our teeth and what are the tips to keep our health, to keep our teeth healthy, and also different kinds of microbes we are going to discuss in our class. So first one is care of the teeth. So generally, how we should take care of our teeth? The food which we are eating, if we do not take care of our teeth, we will be suffering with the decaying of the teeth. So if we take a proper care, we can save our teeth from the decaying. What is meant by decaying? That means destroying of the teeth. Damage to the teeth is nothing but decaying. So the food which we are eating, the little amount of the food which is stuck to our teeth, and if we do not take care of that after eating, if we don't wash our mouth or if we don't drink water properly, what happens? The teeth which is stuck to the food which is stuck to the teeth will be developing the bacteria. The bacteria is growing on the from the food, it is growing on the teeth and it is damaging the teeth. And the amount of the small little amount of the teeth will be, when it is stuck to the teeth, there will be developing the bacteria. There will be developing a bacteria, and this bacteria will be forming a layer, sticky layer. It is forming a sticky layer on the teeth. It will be forming a sticky layer called as a plaque. Okay, we call it as a plaque. The sticky layer of the sticky layer which is formed by the bacteria, we call it as a plaque, and this first affects the enamel. It first affects the enamel infection and then reaches to the dentine, and then it reaches to the pulp, and from the pulp it reaches to the where holes are said. Holes are present which are having the connection with the nerves and the blood vessels. Okay, so from the pulp from that holes it will be reaching to the nerves and the blood vessels, and we are getting it reaches to the root. It reaches to the root. So in that way we will be getting the pain. And what are the symptoms and what are the problems we will be facing if our teeth is attacked with the bacteria or it is damaged? So we will be getting the loss of less breathe, problem in breathing, yes, toothache, okay, full pain in the tooth. Okay, next, toothache, less breathe, indigestion problem, and also there will be bleeding gums. There will be a bleeding gums. Yes, so these are the problems which we are facing when our teeth will be getting infected with the bacteria. Okay, so bacteria will be developing a sticky layer on the teeth, that is nothing but the plaque. First it attacks the enamel, then reaches to the dentine, then pulp, then to the root. And because of these problems we are facing these kind of symptoms: loss of less breath, your breathing problem and toothache, indigestion and the bleeding gums. So to prevent this, what we have to do? We need to keep our teeth healthy. We need two things, that is nothing but the calcium and vitamin C. We need calcium and vitamin C to keep our teeth healthy. So where we will be available, where we are getting this calcium and vitamin C? Generally the food which we eat, from that only we will be getting the calcium and vitamin C. Calcium we can get from the eggs, milk, cheese, etc. Okay, calcium we can get from the eggs, milk, meat, cheese, etc. And vitamin C we can get from both the fruits and the vegetables. Fruits like oranges, papaya, guava, and leafy vegetables like cabbage and spinach. Cabbage and spinach, we will be getting the vitamin C. So if we take plenty amount of calcium and vitamin C food items, we can solve this problem. We can keep away this problem. Okay. Now next, moving on to the tips for a healthy teeth. Tips for healthy teeth. Tips. So first thing is what? We need to brush our teeth morning and the night before bed. Morning after bed and night before bed we have to brush twice a day. And also we should so direction of the brushing is also important. We need to brush our teeth upwards and the downwards to keep our teeth clean. And we should use a dental floss. Dental floss is like an instrument which cleans between the two teeth. Okay, between the two teeth, if anything is there, dirt, it will be cleaning. Dental floss we say. Okay. Second one is wash your mouth before and after meal. After every meal, we need to wash our mouth. And third one is, what is the third one? We need to first one is use a dental floss. Second one is wash your mouth before and after meal. And third one is do not eat much sweets. Do not eat much sweets or colas. We should not eat more sweets. Okay, it causes a toothache. So, and use a dental floss. Second one is wash your mouth after meals. And do not eat much sweets. Visit the doctor. Visit dentist regularly. Okay? Visit your dentist regularly for your checkup. For the checkup of your teeth. Okay? This is all about the care of the teeth and the tips to keep your teeth healthy. Tips for a healthy teeth. Okay, moving on to the next one is microbes. So what are microbes? Microbes are the tiny living organisms. Microbes are nothing but the tiny living organisms which causes diseases. Okay, which are helpful and harmful. So microbes are the tiny living organisms which can be seen under only microscope. They are visible only under the microscope. That means we cannot see with our eyes. In case of communicable diseases, I told about the microorganisms, right? So microbes are nothing but the living organisms, tiny living organisms which can be seen under only microscope. They can be they can be live on moist conditions, in air and etc. So they may be live everywhere on the earth like soil, water, air, on the bodies of animals and human beings, and also inside our body also they can survive. So generally microbes are of four types. Microbes are of four types. They are bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. Okay, there are 4 types: bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. So, and the microbes which causes diseases are called as germs. Microbes which causes diseases, microbes, listen carefully, microbes which causes diseases are called germs. So, and now we are going to see which kind, what are these and how they will be causing the diseases and what kind of diseases. First coming to the microbes. Bacteria. First one is bacteria. Bacteria are single celled. They have a single cell. They are single celled organisms and they may be of different shapes like rod shape, spiral shape, round shape. They may exist in different shapes like rod shape, spiral shape and also round shape, and they causes many diseases like typhoid, tuberculosis and pneumonia. Okay, they causes the diseases like typhoid, tuberculosis and pneumonia. That is about the bacteria. Next coming to the virus. Virus are very smaller than the bacteria. They are very much smaller than bacteria and they can be seen only under a electron microscope. We can see only under the electron microscope. So nowadays why we are at home? In this school time, why we are at home? Because of this virus. Which virus? Coronavirus. Yes, because of this virus only. They are very dangerous than bacteria. As they are very small, we cannot even see under the microscope, but to see that we need a electron microscope. In that only we can see the viruses. They are very harmful to us. They damage our body and they cause very health issues. And now in this situation, the corona disease, how it is spreading? It is spreading very fast. So you need to do, you know very well, what are the precautions we have to take. We need to wash our hands for at least 20 seconds with an antiseptic lotion or a Dettol hand wash, or we have to use the sanitizers. And we have to wear the mask. If we step out from our home, we need to wear the mask and gloves, everything we should take care of. As they are present everywhere, we cannot see with our eyes. We should be very careful. Okay. So how coronavirus is spreading? From the droplets of the saliva. The droplets of saliva it is spreading. So symptoms here, throat infection will be occurring, to be throat pain, fever, cold and breathing problem. We will face a breathing problem. So different viruses are there. Not only coronavirus, there are number of viruses in our nature which are affecting, and they do not live in the nature simply. They will take the host. So they need to survive in any like human being, birds, or they need animals as their host. Then only they can survive. Without that, they cannot survive. So what kind of diseases they are causing? What they cause? Common cold, chickenpox, dengue, etc. Okay? They cause common cold, chickenpox, dengue, etc. So this is about the virus. Next coming to the protozoa. So these are also the microorganisms, microbes which will be causing different kinds of diseases, and they will be causing diseases like malaria, dysentery, etc. They are causing the diseases like malaria, dysentery, etc. And last coming to the fungi. Okay, these fungi will be feeding on the dead and the decaying matter of the plants and the animals. They are feeding on the dead and decaying matter of the plants and the animals, and they are also somewhat harmful to us. They decompose the dead matter. Okay, this is all about the microbes. But there are some microbes which will be helping us in many ways. We will be seeing now. So microbes, how they will be helping us? In what ways they are helping us? Before that, we will be seeing that fungi. I told you, fungi, they will be growing where? On the dead and decaying matter. Yes, and they will be causing the diseases like skin diseases. They will be causing the skin diseases. In a communicable diseases topic, I told skin diseases like ringworm, athlete's foot are some diseases which caused by the fungi. Now we are going to see the useful microbes. Microbes which are useful. So first one, fungi. Some kind of fungi named yeast. Yeast is a fungi which makes the bread soft. Okay? Which makes the bread soft. If we use yeast in the batter of the bread, with the help of this yeast only the bread will become soft. That is about the fungi. Next, coming to the bacteria. Bacteria, how they are helpful? They help in conversion of milk into curd. They help in conversion of milk into the curd. So named bacteria called lactobacillus bacteria will be changing the milk into the curd. We will say think that by adding 1 spoon of curd into the milk, it will turn into the curd after a few hours. But how it is happening? It is happening because of the bacteria only. This bacteria will grow in the curd. This curd, once we add it to the milk, again that milk converted into the curd again. Okay? And some bacteria will develop vitamins. In our body, and bacteria will help in rotting of plants and animals. Rotting of plants and animals. And also some will be helping in the digestion also. Digestion, that is roughages. They help in the digestion of the roughages in the animals. You know roughages very well. Along with the nutrients, we need roughages are also present in the food. Okay, that will be helped by that will be broken by the bacteria only. So this is all about our topic, teeth and microbes, part 2. In this we have learnt about the care of our teeth and tips to keep the tips for healthy teeth, microbes and useful microbes. Now I will be giving you the worksheet. Here is the worksheet, children. First question is, write 4 conditions that helps microbes to grow. So in which conditions microbes will be growing? That means the contaminated food and the food which remains in the mouth. Okay, if we do not brush properly or if we do not wash our mouth properly. Okay. Second one is, name 4 kinds of microbes. What are they? Bacteria, virus, protozoa and fungi. Yes. Next, third one, write any 4 diseases caused by microbes. So number of diseases I discussed just now. So you need to write that one. Fourth one is, what types of food are good for our teeth? What kind of food is good for our teeth? Vitamin C and calcium. Yes. Next, fifth one, write 2 tips which help to keep your teeth healthy. We need to use a dental floss to clean between the teeth, and also we should visit our dentist doctor regularly, and we need to what we have to do, we have to not take more sweets or colas, we should not drink, and sugar items we should not take much. So that a few other tips are there. Yes. Next, last one is, how are some microbes useful? How are some microbes useful? They will be helping like yeast, fungi, yeast, helping to soften the bread, and bacteria like it will be converting milk into curd, helps in the development of vitamins in the body, and like immunity, it is giving like immunity to us, and in the rotting of bacteria, plants and animals, rotting of plant and the animal waste. And also the last one is nothing but it will be digestion in the roughage. It will break the roughages, helps in the breakdown of the roughages. This is all about our topic teeth and microbes part 2. By this we completed our topic teeth and microbes. So I hope you all understood the class very well. Keep watching. Thank you.